Good morning, everybody. My name is James Wise. I'm new at this, so I hope you'll forgive the unprofessionalness of my video. This is basically just kind of a test run, and also just to show some of the things that I've done in my shop. I've got so much inspiration from guys like Sam, the Wyoming woodturner, from Custom Chris, Stephen Ogle, and in other ways from Izzy Swan, and I hope I'm saying it right, Matthias Wandel. So when I say this is kind of about shop organization, when I turn the camera around, you're going to think, oh my God, that's not organized. Well, it's better than it was, and I'm right in the process of it. But I just wanted to be maybe a little more honest of what it was and what it will be when I get done with it. So let's see, I'll turn the camera around and we'll do a little walkthrough of the shop. I think I will. Okay, first off, these cabinets were just those white melamine type cabinets that you get from the big box store. And I just put the plywood and cross bracing on it just to give them a little character. Now we're going to start getting to the messy part. In the first step of my reorganization, I built this table yesterday. It's a 4x8. My joiner there and the glue press were sitting on the floor. Now I've got somewhere to put those, and also both my sanders over on that end. My little Ryobi router table, I put it on a roll-around cabinet to store the extra stuff, the feather boards and my other router, stuff like that down below. This is my newest acquisition I'm proud of. I finally got a lathe, and with the inspiration that I've got from so many of you guys, and I know I've forgotten some names, hopefully I can turn out some work that's even close to what you guys have done. I got that a few days ago, and just yesterday, a very nice UPS man brought my new live center and Barracuda 2 chuck. It comes with 4 sets of jaws, and I haven't even put it on the lathe yet. I got involved in making this table and trying to get this stuff straightened up where it's not so, well, actually dangerous. This is my glue press that I'm going to use like for the stacked ring bowls and the segmented bowls. I've seen guys just put them on their lathe and use a tailstock to press them together until they dry, but I don't want to take up my lathe that much. So I made this. I just went to the junkyard and got that screw jack. It was like $10. The rest of it's just made out of just scrap stuff I had around the shop. Another project that I did, I got this from, I actually got the plans from Matthias Wandel, but I wanted it a little wider, so I ended up making my drum about 30 inches wide. The table there, I figured would be stiff enough, but I found out if I got off to the side that it would deflect just a little bit. So the height adjustment, that screw, that's out of another screw jack from the junkyard. The 2 bolts there on the side, all I use those for is stabilization, not for raising or lowering it. When I get the table set to the right height, I just loosen those 2 screws and raise the carriage bolts up just where it supports it, where it doesn't deflect if I sand more on one side than the other. I've got it set up for my dust collection, and it works amazingly well. I've already used it several times. Just a couple of days ago, I finished my version of a cyclone separator. I got a small brute garbage can from Home Depot. The top section was actually a garbage can that we had here in the shop, and just using ideas from several of the videos that I've seen, I put that together, and that works really great. It surprised me. I've got that hooked up to my Craftsman dust collector, but that bag gets full and starts losing efficiency. But I've also got it set up to where I can hook up my hook it up to my shop vac, and this is where the mess really gets bad. But I can hook it up to my shop vac and save that filter getting plugged up so fast too. I also got a set of tools. I'm not sure if they're the best, but they'll be great for me to learn with. I'm going to build a rack on the table right behind the lathe, right in there, to hold the tools where I'll have easy access to them. Let's see what else. Well, some tool storage and parts, sandpaper, stuff like that. These two cabinets, well, it was two cabinets that I got from it's Smith & Edwards here. It's like a Army Navy surplus store. They were used for parts and stuff out of the base. I just fastened those together, and I had some big casters. I put those on, and it works pretty good for holding a lot of stuff. There again, I need to get that organized. I've got some of my smaller clamps hanging there on the end, and the few longer ones that I've got, I just build a rack to hang those over there out of the way. And there's my lightweight version of Jay Bates's lumber storage. Mostly I don't have that much in there, so even though I use the wood dowels instead of pipe like he did, it's worked well for me. There's my drill press table, and that was pretty much copied from Izzy Swan. And I really like that so much better than just working on the metal table. It's a lot handier. A couple of my jigs. That top one is a circle cutting jig for my bandsaw. The bottom one is, I guess you call it a segment sled for cutting the segments for segmented bowls. Okay, about the last thing, I guess. This is my old Craftsman planer. It was getting to where it wouldn't hardly plane wood, and I ordered a planer blade sharpener from, I think his name was Steve Simmons, that you set up on your table saw. And I did the blades with it, and it's working way better. There's my homemade dust collection port, and it helps a lot. If the wood is really stringy, it does tend to plug up a little bit, but it's way better than just having it piling up on the floor. Okay, folks, I think that's about it for this time. As you can see, I've still got a lot of straightening up and organizing to do, but it'll get there. And I hope you enjoy my video. If you do, please like and subscribe. And I have a Facebook page, Jim's Handmade Glass and Wood. If you'd visit there, you can see a lot of the furniture projects I've done. And I mostly like to work with reclaimed wood. And I found this, well, it can either be called blue stain pine or beetle kill pine. And I've done a lot of projects with that, and I really like the looks of it. So for now, I thank you very much, and hopefully my videos will get better, and I'll have at least something a little more interesting to show. So thank you all, and have a good day.